As construction project manager for Colorado's School District 27J, Becky Smith has a lot of buildings to take care of. But the time it took her to solicit construction work interfered with her ability to keep those buildings in tip-top shape.
The school board policy is that we have to go out for bid, anything over $5,000, now $10,000. And the amount of time and effort that it takes for us to do that, and not always getting the bids that we need or getting people to respond, and especially in a timely manner. It's just always been a challenge, right?
A conversation at a conference introduced her to Gordian's job order contracting, or JOC, a delivery method that allows for many projects to be completed with one competitively awarded contract. Intrigued, Becky looked into JOC for upcoming work.
I just thought, wow, this is something that could really benefit me as a project manager, but also our school district going forward. This could really save us a lot of time. So there were 4 kitchens that we were renovating, and it was just a quick, what we call summer wonder projects that were happening last summer. So we actually did 2 middle schools, an elementary and a high school.
To accelerate the project, Becky and the 27J district accessed a cooperative job order contract via Sourcewell, a cooperative purchasing association. This decision allowed the project to start as soon as possible, since these contracts are construction ready. It also put her in contact with JOC Construction, a firm with a long record of success with job order contracting.
So we did a couple of walkthroughs, really even before spring break. They brought in plumbers and HVAC people and electricians. We wanted to hit the ground running and make available every spare minute that we had, because summertime goes quick.
I was the superintendent on that job. Took it from beginning to the finish line, managed crews, got everybody, rolling, and just made sure that we made it to the end before school started. It was a hard deadline, so it was definitely a test.
So we started during spring break with a lot of the demolition, a lot of the removal, but then knowing within that week we had to have everything back online in order for the kitchen staff to be able to serve breakfast and lunches.
We had very limited time to be in there. So we worked after hours, we worked the weekends and tried to knock it out overall from all 4 schools. So that worked out great for us.
The renovation work was going so well that Becky and her team approached JOC Construction about expanding the project.
We decided, hey, we're already in there, we're renovating the kitchen. Let's address some of those problem areas. One of those was in the gym. The band room was another area. Band hasn't been a real big program at this school until the last couple of years. They have a new band teacher, and he has just turned the program around. But you compare his classroom to a newer school, and there's no comparison.
We actually didn't have design plans for that space, but we worked together with the teacher of the band room and us, and just coming up with a couple of ideas from our own contractor standpoint of utilizing every corner of that room and providing them with some great storage areas. They got a lot of extra space that they didn't have before, and acoustics that were built in that room. It was amazing to see at the end. So the end user was very happy.
While the project ran smoothly, it did come with its fair share of challenges, including sourcing custom coolers.
So both at Brighton High School and one of the middle schools, we replaced the walk-in cooler and freezer, and we ended up having longer lead times on those items than what we were originally told. But again, JOC Construction, they made it happen. They found a company who does mobile coolers and freezers so they could still serve the meals that they needed to. I mean, they really went the extra mile for us to make these happen, because as you know, you can't start school and not serve breakfast and lunch to kids.
When problems would arise, you kind of step back, take a deep breath, come up with a game plan, and just go out there and execute.
It's just that relationship between the client and the contractor from the beginning, where you already work together and fixing all the problems, is what makes the project successful.
Becky and her team also developed a strong working relationship with their local Gordian representative.
What Gordian does with this job order contracting process, and they are kind of our liaison or our go-between between us and the contractor. We were doing a kitchen walkthrough at one of the middle schools. Some questions came up that I didn't feel like I could answer, but having Nicole there, it was just seamless. She was able to answer their questions, and so definitely a benefit having Gordian.
These extensive renovations proved the viability of JOC as a project delivery method. The process not only exceeded expectations, but it also set a high standard for completing school construction on tight timelines without sacrificing quality. This alone earned the project a 2024 Award of Merit in Job Order Contracting. Its impact on the community, however, is what drove the team and what people will remember for years to come.
I have a 13-year-old daughter that goes to middle school. So I was very proud to have a conversation with my daughter that, hey, I'm actually working on a couple of schools. That was the proud moment as a dad telling my daughter that I'm serving all these kids and giving them the better equipment and service that they'll be able to use. It's a very proud moment for me for that.
Completing the SD27J kitchen renovations with Cooperative JOC has also made a difference in Becky Smith's day-to-day life.
I've been able to focus on the other part of my job that I would rather focus on than sending out RFPs and RFQs and interviews and all of that kind of thing. Yeah, we are getting the bang for our buck. We are getting a good value by going through the cooperative purchasing.
Learn more about how Gordian's job order contracting can help you build a better community on our website.